Cheers. Cheers. To what remains of a family that once vowed never to break. You can feel it, can't you? That heavy silence between Kody and Robyn that was once filled with pretend smiles and staged love. But now, it's cold, it's distant, and it's real. Hi besties, and welcome back to the channel. You know what's next? Another emotional breakdown of sister wives, but this time, it's different. Because this isn't so much about jealousy or faith or love. This is about control, subtle, sinister, deadly control. We've watched this for years. Kody's obsession with power, and Robyn's obsession with Kody. Together they built a house of mirrors, shiny from the outside, but cracking from the inside. Every smile was a lie. Every apology was manipulation. And now it's all collapsing in front of millions. Let's begin at the beginning, because Robyn's control didn't begin when Christine departed. It began the instant Robyn entered that family. From the very first episode, she was the intruder who pretended to have always belonged. Sweet voice, gentle eyes, guarded words. She did not struggle. She watched. She learned the system. And then, subtly, she commandeered it. You could see it in the manner in which Kody had transformed. His tone, his posture, even the manner in which he spoke of his other wives. The guy who used to preach of togetherness suddenly began discussing loyalty. He would discuss family. Now it was, my rules, my home, my wife. Who taught him to speak like that? Robyn did. Now here's where it goes dark. Because what Robyn did wasn't dramatic. It was subtle, steadfast, psychological. She didn't drive the other wives out. She made them think they wanted to leave. That's manipulation on another level. Christine once stated, I realized Kody loved Robyn more than he loved the rest of us. But what she did not tell us, and what the show never wanted to acknowledge, is that Robyn ensured it. She wielded her tears as a weapon, her silence as a mirror. Every time she wept, Kody jumped to defend her. Every time she shut down, he punished the others. That's emotional control. That's how you control someone as your puppet, and they have no idea. Let's discuss the notorious COVID regulations, because this is where the truth began to seep out. Robyn wasn't merely obeying the regulations. She was authoring them. She instituted social distancing between Kody and his other wives in the name of safety. She made him believe that separation constituted protection, not solely from the virus, but also from rebellion. Consider that for a moment, isolation as control. It's the oldest trick in the book. You isolate people, you get them to question one another, and then you position yourself as the sole haven remaining. And that's what she was transformed into, Kody's haven. But safety and control are not interchangeable. While that was going on, Christine began to awaken. Janelle noticed the cracks. Meri, being devoted, began to understand that devotion only counts if it is for Kody's good. And Robyn? She just kept crying. The tears were effective before, but no longer. This is where the script turned. Fans began to see the charade. The same poor me vibe that previously won sympathy now elicited wrath. People weren't taking it any longer, and neither were the other wives. When Christine walked away, she did not only leave a marriage behind. She broke the enchantment. She revealed what nobody wished to voice, that the Browns were not a family anymore. They were a system, and Robyn occupied the top spot. Kody complied, but in trying to protect her, he lost everybody else. And now he's left with the same silence he once weaponized. No wives, no unity, no audience that believes him anymore. Just the echo of what he once was. But here's what's scary. I don't believe this is done. Because the more the truth seeps out, the more vigorously Robyn and Kody will struggle to rewrite the narrative. The public breakdown, the we're being misunderstood press interviews, it's all on its way. They're no longer defending their family. They're defending the fiction. And that fiction? It's beginning to break for good. Let's take a closer look, because what went down with the Brown family wasn't just emotional turmoil. It was a class in finesse psychological manipulation. The kind you don't notice until it's too late and you're already caught inside it. Robyn didn't scream. She didn't shout. She didn't argue, she convinced. Quietly, politely, barely noticeably. Hi besties, welcome back. Pick up your cup of tea, because this is where the tale turns from tragic to creepy. Each wife had a weakness of their own, and Robyn studied them all. Christine needed to feel loved. Janelle wanted freedom, Meri needed loyalty. And Kody? He just needed to feel a man in control. Robyn did each of them just what they wanted, until they became dependent on her. Then she flipped it. For Christine, it was emotional exhaustion. Each time she attempted to speak up, Robyn acted innocent. "I just want peace," she would tell her. "I don't know why you don't like me." Christine would storm out of the conversation angry, frustrated, feeling guilty, and Kody would side with Robyn each and every time. Gradually, Christine gave up. And that's what Robyn craved. Not a fight, a surrender. With Janelle, the strategy was varied. Janelle's asset was her independence. Robyn recognized she couldn't control her outright, so she employed distance. Every regulation Kody imposed, from COVID protocols to household meetings, emanated from Robyn's subtle recommendations. "I think it's safer if we keep our distance. I think we need to minimize contact." Those suggestions evolved into boundaries that excluded Janelle from the conversation and resulted in her feeling like she was the issue. Isolation presented as concern. Then there's Meri, the most loyal of them all. Robyn played the sympathy card with her. She cried to Meri about being misunderstood, about how hard it was to be the new wife, and Meri, desperate to keep the family together, defended her again and again. But while Meri defended Robyn, Kody moved farther away from her. It's cruel, but it's strategic. Robyn positioned herself as the victim while quietly taking Meri's place at Kody's side. You get the pattern now? Everything was always about control, not love. Divide, isolate, conquer. Before long, the family knew it had happened, and it was too late. But the actual surprise? Robyn's dominance didn't end at the emotional level. It spilled over onto the financial one as well. Recall Coyote Pass? The property that was to be their dream compound? Take a closer look. The names on those deeds reveal the truth. Whose name is listed most? Robyn's, whose name fades into the background over time? The other wives. It's not happenstance, it's consolidation. Every point, every action, every family decision wound up transferring power further to Robyn and Kody's table. And since the remaining wives are now gone, who gets to hold on to the assets? The same one who complained of being the misunderstood outsider. Let's be real, Robyn isn't the only one responsible. Kody made his decisions too. But Robyn provided him with the narrative that enabled him to justify himself. They're unfaithful. They don't honor you. They don't appreciate your sacrifices. It's classic narcissistic validation. She constructed him a prison of excuses and trapped him within it. And there you have it. Kody is angry, lost, shattered. He's no longer the self-assured patriarch. He's a man fighting to save a collapsing kingdom. And Robyn? She is no longer the adoring wife. She's the sole survivor, gazing at the remains of the family she contributed to their downfall. There's something macabre about seeing two people brawling to save something that never was. They're not fighting for love. They're fighting for image. Because when that image shatters, so does the illusion of being in control, and the cracks are beginning to show quickly. The public doesn't care anymore. Even longtime fans are accusing it of manipulation. Every interview, every clip, every new episode provides more evidence that the happy act is over. You can sense it. TLC's editing has changed. They're no longer idealizing Robyn's crying anymore. They're bearing it. Elsie's editing has changed. They're no longer idealizing Robyn's crying anymore. They're bearing it. The sympathetic music is absent. The lighting is frigid. The camera stays a fraction of a second longer when she loses her smile. That's not an accident. That's storytelling. And here's where things are going to blow, because the individuals surrounding them are speaking up. Christine's interviews have become brasher. Janelle's voice has shifted. Even Meri, the quiet one, is suggesting the truth goes deeper than the show ever showed. They're all beginning to take back the narrative, and when they do, the individual who has been dictating the story loses her most powerful tool, silence. Because once the truth starts coming out, it doesn't stop. And something tells me, we're only seeing the beginning. You can sense it, can't you? The creepy silence before it all just cracks. The Browns are not just falling apart anymore. They're imploding. The facade of togetherness has vanished. The false grins, the lying, the staged family moments, they no longer hold up. Even TLC can't cut around the tension anymore. Every look, every hesitation, every sentence between Kody and Robyn is weighed down, because they both know it's the end, but neither will be the one to break the news. Hi besties, welcome back. We've made it to the final chapter of this story, the part no one on that show wants to talk about. Because when the lies run out, all that's left is the truth. And this truth? It's not just ugly. It's devastating. Behind the scenes, rumors are brewing about something big. Something that the network, the family, and even Robyn herself are attempting to sweep under the rug. You can sense it building. Fans sensing inconsistencies, leaked information from insiders, and a trail of missing money that just doesn't add up. Remember how I mentioned in part 2 that Coyote Pass could be the secret? This is where it all comes full circle. Word is breaking out that the land, which was originally to be shared by all the wives, might have been legally attached to just one couple. And if that's the case, the rest of the family was never going to see a dime of it. It wasn't a family venture. It was an ambush. And now with Christine and Janelle gone, guess who's standing in ownership? Kody and Robyn. All of the dream talks, all of the joint decisions. It all led down to one thing: control. Financial, emotional, and spiritual control. But here's the surprise no one anticipated. The control is coming back at them. The fans have turned. The network is moving away, and individuals who once shielded them are beginning to make their voices heard. There's rumor that TLC could be looking to do a spin without them, that their days as the face of Sister Wives are numbered. Imagine that. The kingdom they created on fame, tears, and victimhood, stripped bare. And without the cameras, without the show, without the sympathy, what remains? A love constructed on deceit. A family torn apart by manipulation. And two people who can't quite stop pretending to still be in love because the truth will shatter everything. It's almost poetic, actually. The same celebrity that made them strong is what's finally crumbling them. You can notice it every time Kody speaks. The frustration, the defensiveness, the quiver in his voice. He's not fooling anyone anymore. And Robyn? The tears no longer have the same effect. The audience isn't sorry for her. They pity the women who made it out. And perhaps that's where this story was going all along. Not the downfall of a marriage, but the ascension of all who finally broke free. Christine, Janelle, Meri, all three of them escaped from the very same curse Kody and Robyn remain under. And the irony is that the ones who exited came out happier than the ones who remained. But there is one final secret, one which the show never got to air, and one that could be the Browns' reputation-crueling coup de grace. It isn't about money. It isn't even love. It is about something more sinister, darker, and more dangerous. Something that begins to ring back to how Robyn entered the family in the first place. I can't say too much because nothing's official, but the rumors are getting louder. And if what they're saying is true, it'll be the scandal that brings it all crashing down. The show, the marriage, and whatever's remaining of the Sister Wives name. The cracks are widening quickly. And when the truth finally breaks through, it won't only reveal Kody and Robyn. It'll rewrite the whole story we've been following for over a decade. So grab hold, besties. Because this isn't only the end of Sister Wives. It's the end of the Browns we know. And when that truth finally hits, it won't whisper. It'll detonate. And we'll be right here, watching it all unfold together. Bye, besties. And remember, this family didn't just break apart. They imploded from the inside out.